And by the way, Fabio, I heard you call me the dustman, and I'm gonna collect the trash, boy. I'm gonna collect that trash. I'm gonna collect that trash. Nah, it's disrespect, so I'm gonna put it right in the ring, boy. I'm gonna put it right in the ring. Nah, man. Nah, I heard what you said. I'm gonna bust his bubble anyway. That's what I gotta do.
Things exploded in seconds as Daniel Dubois completely lost his cool during the face-off, but Fabio Wardley barely flinched and looked far calmer in the chaos. That moment instantly changed the energy around this fight, and now the tension feels absolutely personal.
Fabio, pick up your mic and reply to Daniel so we can all hear.
I wasn't particularly sure what he said. I didn't call him the, what'd you say, dust man? I didn't call you the dust man. Someone asked me what you might have as a job, and I said, might be a bin man. There was nothing negative with that. Don't let other people get in your head and tell you what it comes across like.
I heard what you said.
You didn't hear what I said. You didn't hear what I said because you don't run your own social media.
All right, I heard.
So you didn't hear it. You let other people talk to you and tell you what you should be like. And it wasn't like that. I just got asked what job you might have, and I said a bin man. I didn't say it was a bad job.
Frank Warren was clearly loving every second of the chaos and admitted this is exactly what heavyweight boxing is supposed to look like. But while Dubois brought the drama, Fabio Wardley looked like the man carrying real confidence and composure heading into fight night.
All of those things and more. It's excitement. This is what heavyweight boxing's all about. The best fighting their best in their prime. Two of the biggest punchers in the division. What more do you want? Don't blink. It's going to be marvelous. It's going to be a fantastic night. Atmosphere, fight. Just be there and watch it. Watch it on the zone, or if you're here live, watch it. You're going to get entertained. It's going to be something extra special.
Fabio Wardley made it clear that the issue was never about selling the fight or creating hype. According to Wardley, Daniel Dubois crossed a line with the disrespect, and that explains why tensions suddenly exploded during the face-off. Fabio still sounded composed while Dubois looked emotionally rattled.
Look, I'm a stand-up person. I respect those that respect me and that show me respect and behave respectfully. From the interactions I've had with him on a number of occasions, it's not been that. So I don't mind a bit of back and forth, a bit of boxing. Like, the game's the game. I'm not fussed by that. It is what it is. But ultimately, there needs to be a level of respect there, and hold yourself properly, act properly in the right situations, and those things haven't been done. So no, there's not.
Fabio Wardley openly questioned the consistency of Daniel Dubois and hinted that nobody truly knows which version of Dubois will show up under the bright lights. That probably explains why Fabio looked so confident throughout the entire exchange. Dubois stayed quiet for most of it, but Wardley kept speaking like a man fully convinced he has already figured him out mentally as well as physically.
I think sometimes you've seen in Daniel's fights, he's proven to be very durable, strong, mentally resilient. And I think in other fights, you've seen that lacking. So for whatever reason, whether that be lacking confidence in training or the team around you haven't done the right job or whatever it be, it depends what Daniel turns up on the night. I think that can be a flip of a coin sometimes.
No comment. I'm there to show my pedigree, and there's levels to this.
Don Charles appeared to defend Daniel Dubois by explaining that improvement takes time and fighters need repetition before new habits become natural inside the ring. But many fans heard that as an indirect admission that Dubois is still developing mentally in key moments. Meanwhile, Fabio Wardley has built a reputation for adapting under pressure and staying dangerous no matter how messy the fight becomes.
I'm not exempt. Literally, everyone in the industry, every coach will say the same thing. Like, when you teach somebody a skill, a new set of skills, it takes time to get into their system where they then start to do it naturally. That's what I was meaning by it.
Daniel Dubois sounded aggressive and fully focused on destruction rather than tactics. He made it clear that every punch he throws is designed to hurt Fabio Wardley and reclaim momentum in the heavyweight division. But Fabio has heard this kind of talk before from heavy hitters and still walked through the fire. The difference is Wardley thrives in chaos while Dubois sometimes struggles when the pressure gets turned back on him.
Yeah.
It's obviously not 100%.
Every shot that lands, really, every shot that lands. I'm not looking for no particular target, but every shot that lands and to come away as the new champion.
Even the teams around both fighters were losing control as the argument completely spiraled during the press conference. There was shouting everywhere, personal digs flying around, and absolutely nobody backing down. But through all the noise, Fabio Wardley's side looked more relaxed and comfortable with the pressure. Dubois' camp sounded desperate to force confidence into the room, while Wardley's team looked like they were genuinely enjoying the moment.
You said it.
Yeah, that's great. I've said a lot of things.
Daniel Dubois.
I've been in the game a lot longer than you,
Fabio
Michael.
Wardley.
I've been in the game a lot longer. I've come in peace.
Get your license. You're not even a manager. You're not a boxing board of control license.
Are you Fabio's manager?
You're
are
not
you Fabio's manager? Yes,
yes, I am.
Are you actually?
Yes, I am.
Are you 100%
yes,
certain?
I'm 100% sure.
Okay, well, I've heard.
I have a boxing board of control license. Do you have one?
So what? You
don't have one.
You're like one of those tariffs that put tickets on people's cars.
You've been in the game for 10 years.
You're a flag bearer.
That's who you are.
Cameraman. You're a flag bearer. You're a kit bag holder.
And this is what crooks do when they get pulled out.
Listen, all that really matters is the fact that Daniel Dubois is going to win. I've got loads of respect for Fabio Wardley. I'm not going to dig him out. He deserves it.
You can't dig him out.
He deserved it. No, of course I would never dig him out.
It's impossible.
I would never. What I will dig out is that snappy
for a
suit.
reason.
That snappy suit that you're wearing there.
Don't worry about my suit.
No, I will worry about it. I will worry about it. But listen, we'll come in peace. Daniel Dubois is going to win on Saturday night in devastating fashion. Yeah,
you come in war.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Don't worry about licenses. Don't worry about any of that. Tune into the fight. There's no pay-per-view on Saturday night. Daniel Dubois is going to reclaim his belt. 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. Let's fucking have it.
Spencer Oliver highlighted what many boxing fans have been saying for years about Daniel Dubois. The physical tools were never the problem because everyone knows he can punch and dominate when confident. The real question has always been his mentality under pressure. That is where Fabio Wardley could hold a massive advantage because Wardley genuinely seems to embrace difficult moments instead of shrinking from them.
It's all about mindset. Dom recognises that. It's not about the physicalities with Daniel Dubois. Never has been. Yeah. You know, he's a big, strong guy, and like if you get his mind right and he's that self-belief there, and that's what Dom will be working on with him.
It's not many that should beat him ever.
No.
This exchange perfectly summed up the difference between both men heading into the fight. Daniel Dubois sounded intense and emotional, promising destruction and a brutal knockout. Fabio Wardley, on the other hand, looked calm, sharp, and completely comfortable under the spotlight. Even while talking about violence, Fabio carried himself with far more control and confidence. That composure could become a huge factor once the pressure starts building inside the ring.
A win by any means necessary. That's it.
No doubts. Have you got a final message to Fabio?
No, I'm here for business. Let's fight.
Let's fight Fabio Wardley. Saturday night. You retain that belt in front of you by what? Any means necessary?
No, by knockout. I'm more specific than that. I'm going to go in there the same way I go in all my fights, providing entertainment, value for money for the fans, and ultimately getting the win. And he is getting knocked out. I've done it to 95% of my other opponents, and he's just another one on the list for me to. So I'm getting him out of there.
19 knockouts so far. It will be 20th, and it will be definitive.
Yeah, look, it's going to be over and out. He's going to be cleaned out. I'm going to clear him out. There's going to be no questions about it. There's going to be no if, buts, maybes. I'm going to land clean, land sharp, and get him out of there.
If you've got a final message to Daniel.
Look, I wish him all the best. I hope he's healthy. I hope he's happy. I hope everything's all good. I hope camp's gone well. I hope he's fresh. I hope he's in the shape of his life because all them things are yeses for me. They're all ticks for me. I'm turning up in the best shape I've ever been in. So I hope you are, and let's get it on Saturday.
Ade Oladipo sounded genuinely stunned by the level of violence and excitement surrounding this fight, and even admitted he can no longer doubt Fabio Wardley after everything he has already proven. He praised Dubois for taking dangerous fights throughout his career, but there was still something about Wardley that clearly impressed him more. Fabio's ability to survive punishment, recover under pressure, and still find brutal knockouts has made many fans believe he carries a different kind of mentality. That fearless approach is exactly why so many people now see him as the more dangerous man emotionally heading into this heavyweight war.
Jesus Christ, man. That's just sensational. Honestly, that is just brutality at its best. I have picked against Fabio 2 or 3 times. I will never pick against him again. That being said, I picked against Dubois a couple of times. I think it's 50-50, and this isn't fencing because I 51-49 Fabio. Fabio can crack, unlike any heavyweight I think right now in the division, but he takes a lot of punishment. Like, we've seen it, and I don't think you can take that type of punishment early from Dubois. But it's a tremendous fight. And look, if it does happen, credit to both. Credit to Dubois. To do Usyk, Miller, Hrgovic, AJ, Usyk, Wardley is better than any run minus Usyk in the heavyweight division. And, by the way, Parker was supposed to be squeezed in there.
Fabio Wardley handled the comments with humor, but there was still a deeper message behind what he was saying. He understands that elite heavyweights need a certain level of madness to walk into dangerous fights without fear. Unlike Dubois, who sometimes appears tense and emotionally burdened before major nights, Wardley seems completely comfortable living in that chaos. He almost enjoys the danger and pressure surrounding these moments. That mindset can become a massive weapon in heavyweight boxing because once things get rough, calm fighters usually survive longer than emotional ones.
Yeah, I did hear that. Derek said I had a screw loose. It kind of takes one to know one, I think. So I'll take it. It's a compliment from him, I think, because I think he's one of the people we put at the top of that list. So maybe I'm a close second behind him, but I'll take it. And don't get me wrong, I think most of us who are in this job, we're missing a few marbles. So maybe me and him are missing more than most.
Duke McKenzie believed the face-off drama only made the fight even bigger, and judging by the reaction online, he was probably right. The slap, the shouting, and the chaos instantly turned this heavyweight clash into one of the hottest talking points in boxing. But while Daniel Dubois reacted emotionally in the moment, Fabio Wardley looked far more controlled afterward, and that difference has not gone unnoticed by fans. Heavyweight boxing is often psychological before the first punch even lands, and right now many people believe Wardley is winning the mental battle outside the ring.
Wouldn't surprise me, but like I say, I don't see there's any harm in it. It didn't bring the sport into disrepute in any way. This is the show business world that we live in. There's the fight game and then there's the fight business. And from the business perspective, that's probably just sold another 1 million tickets worldwide to people to watch this fight.
Dave Coldwell felt Daniel Dubois could have made his point without completely crossing the line during the face-off. That moment divided opinions instantly, because some fans loved the aggression while others felt it showed frustration boiling over. Fabio Wardley, meanwhile, did not seem shaken at all, and that reaction probably irritated Dubois even more. Sometimes in boxing, the calmest fighter controls the room without saying much, and Wardley's body language throughout the aftermath suggested he was fully comfortable letting Dubois lose composure in public.
If he had just shoved it in his chest, the point's still there, but you're not crossing that line, and that would have been quite funny.
Carl Froch raised the same concern that continues to follow Daniel Dubois throughout his career, and that is the question of desire when things become difficult inside the ring. Nobody doubts Dubois' punching power because he can hurt anyone at heavyweight, but mentality is a completely different conversation. Froch also questioned whether Fabio Wardley has faced a true, devastating puncher yet, which makes this fight even more fascinating. Still, Wardley has repeatedly shown heart, toughness, and composure under fire, while Dubois has occasionally looked uncertain when momentum swings against him.
You do wonder, when it comes on top for him, Daniel Dubois, what's up there and does he want it? That's the only real question mark I've got over his career. Obviously, losing to Usyk's no disgrace, but he's a massive puncher, big, hard hitter. And Fabio Wardley has never really been in there. You've got Justice Hooney, you've got Joseph Parker, you've got Fraser Clark. None of them are really bangers, are they? None of them can really punch hard for heavyweights. I'm sure if they hit you on the chin, it'd hurt. But somebody like me who's got a granite chin, I think.
Duke McKenzie made a really important point here about what becoming a world champion actually does to a fighter mentally. Fabio Wardley already had confidence before winning gold, but now there is a different level of belief in the way he carries himself. Against Joseph Parker, he went through difficult moments, took heavy shots, and still found a way to dominate late in the fight. That kind of experience changes fighters forever. McKenzie also praised Daniel Dubois' jab and reminded everyone how effective it looked against Anthony Joshua, but Fabio's jab has quietly become one of the sharpest weapons in the division too. The difference is Wardley mixes his shots with far more unpredictability and energy. Right now it feels like Fabio is growing into the heavyweight stage naturally, while Dubois is still trying to prove to people that he truly belongs at the very top mentally as well as physically.
Name because Fabio Wardley's a world champion now in his own right. And that 5% I'm just talked to you about, he's 5% better now than what he was before he won the title, because that's what it gives you when you win a world title. Now, he's just beaten Joseph Parker, right? And messed him up quite badly. It wasn't an easy fight. It ebbed and flowed for periods in that fight, but ultimately, Wardley got the job done. That's what he does. He gets the job done. Look at his career. Now, he would have improved, and a lot is to be said of Daniel Dubois, because he's got an excellent jab. That was the difference between him and AJ when they fought, was that jab. It was just beautiful. Wardley's got a good jab, and if Wardley's jab has improved since winning that title, then it's about...
Fabio Wardley sounded completely fearless here, and that confidence is becoming one of the biggest stories heading into this fight. He was not just talking about power or knockouts. He was talking about heart, endurance, and mentality over 12 brutal rounds. That is what separates dangerous heavyweights from ordinary punchers. Wardley knows he can survive difficult moments and still remain a threat deep into the fight. Dubois, on the other hand, has sometimes looked uncomfortable once momentum shifts against him. Fabio's confidence does not sound forced anymore either. It sounds natural and earned through hard fights, bloody wars, and late-round pressure. He genuinely believes there is not a second in the fight where he can be broken mentally. For many fans, that mentality is exactly why Wardley is starting to feel like the more complete fighter despite Dubois having the bigger mainstream reputation.
The best competitor out there I can find who's available, who wants to scrap and get it all.
All your fights, bar one, all your wins bar one has been by knockout. That's kind of what you do, right? It's written on the tin, as they say. You expect to knock out Daniel Dubois. I mean, we've seen you go points, the draw with Fraser Clark, you can go deep in fights, but you expect to knock this man out.
Yeah, look, I've done it before. In terms of going the distance, it's something I know I've got on the locker, it's something I know I can do, but also, like you say, as a proven record, I knock people out. And whether that be first, second, third round, or 10, 11, 12, I carry that power all the way through. I carry that heart, determination, and game all the way through. Every minute of every round, I'm in the fight. There's not a second of the fight where you think I'm down and out.
To Daniel Dubois' credit, he did not run away from danger after defeat, and instead chose to jump straight back into one of the hardest fights possible against Fabio Wardley. That takes courage, and even critics have to respect that mentality. Dubois called it the domestic scrap he needs, and clearly believes this kind of violent, all-action fight will bring the best version out of him. But there is also massive pressure attached to this decision, because another defeat would raise even more questions about his future at elite level. Fabio Wardley, meanwhile, looks like a man with nothing to fear and everything to gain. That is a dangerous combination in heavyweight boxing. While Dubois talks about proving himself again, Wardley speaks like someone already convinced he belongs at the top table and now wants to take over the entire division.
As a champion, you obviously have a say in this fight as well. Why did you want to go straight into this one after a defeat? Most people have an easier one after a defeat, just to kind of get back on the horse, so to speak. You've gone straight into what many consider the #2 heavyweight in the world. Why have you gone straight there?
I think it's perfect for me. This fight, you know, you ain't a southpaw or anything like that. This is the domestic scrap I need. This is, you know, juicy for me. You know, this is proper boxing now. Back at home.
I'm coming out southpaw, so he's gonna be.
This conversation perfectly captured why so many boxing fans are obsessed with this matchup already. Both men openly admitted the fight is probably going to be painful, violent, and full of danger, but Fabio Wardley almost seemed excited by that reality. He spoke like somebody who genuinely loves the risk and chaos that comes with elite heavyweight boxing. That kind of mentality is rare because many fighters talk bravely until the pressure becomes real. Wardley, however, looks completely alive in these moments. Dubois also sounded determined and hungry, but Fabio's confidence still felt calmer and more natural throughout the exchange. There is a growing feeling around this fight that Wardley trusts himself more deeply under fire. And in heavyweight boxing, where one mistake can change everything instantly, mental composure can sometimes become more dangerous than pure punching power.
You both smile when I say that, where for me it's quite scary. Do you accept that this is going to be one of those painful fights?
Yeah, I think that's a given.
whether it be him, Joseph Parker, AJ, Fury, Usyk, whatever. At this level of the game, there's no easy rides no more. There's no comfy cruise through the win and have it nice and easy. Like, it's gonna be a scrap. And especially with the way we two go at it, yeah, there's gonna be a few cuts, a bit of blood, and all the rest to go with it.
You liking that?
Blood sport, yeah. I love it.
Why? Why do you love that danger to it?
Nah, this is you need to take chances if you want to be great. If you want to be great and do something, you know, to go down in history for, you need to take chances and risks, and this is what we are. It's what we.
Everything about this fight now feels deeply personal, and that is exactly why the heavyweight world cannot stop talking about it. The slap at the press conference, the heated exchanges, and the constant mind games have added real emotion to an already dangerous matchup. Fabio Wardley looks like the fighter carrying more belief, more composure, and arguably more hunger heading into the biggest night of his career. If Wardley wins, he does not just defend his position at the top of the division. He proves he belongs among the elite names in world boxing and silences every remaining doubter once and for all. But if Daniel Dubois pulls this off after all the criticism and pressure surrounding him, it could completely change the narrative around his career and re-establish him as one of the most feared heavyweights on the planet. One thing feels certain though, neither man is coming to survive. They are both coming for destruction, and only one will leave with their reputation stronger than ever. So who have you got winning this heavyweight war, and how do you think it ends? Drop your prediction in the comments, and do not forget to like, subscribe, and turn notifications on for more boxing content.